When troubleshooting hydraulic systems, there are a number of logical steps you can take to narrow down faults. Since much of the diagnosis must be handled in the field, it is important to debrief the equipment operator to find out why something isn't working properly. In hydraulic systems, much can be initially determined with a visual inspection and listening for particular noises when equipment is running. In this case, a hydrostatic system is making a harmonic noise and vibrating excessively, which would indicate cavitation caused by a restricted suction line to the charge pump or cold viscous oil in the system operating at too high a speed before the oil is properly warmed up. You can hear air in the system, which can damage pumps and result in spongy actuator controls. Now, let's examine a few examples of using visual inspection techniques. This is a Valmet forwarder, which transports timber around a forestry site. It has a crane arm with the grapple that picks up logs and loads them onto a ribbed carriage. It has 6 ways to move: left, lower, slewing side to side, and extending the crane arm in and out. In this simulation, the operator complains that the crane arm drops slowly by itself, and he has to keep correcting it. The technician duplicates the complaint when operating the crane arm. This problem is indicative of a possible cylinder piston seal leakage. The cylinder will have to be removed and inspected before the crane is put back into the field. We will demonstrate that procedure in another video. This next problem illustrates erratic movement of the crane arm. It is bouncing up and down when raised and lowered, with the operator finding it difficult to perform fine movements. The technician notes a problem as a sticking directional control valve spool. The spool should slide easily back and forth in its housing. Water contamination is the possible cause because it can remove lubrication film and cause the spool to stick. In this next simulation, when the crane arm is extended, the safety relief valve opens to lower the arm to the ground. This could mean that the operator is overloading the system, which is functioning properly. There are other visual inspections that can be carried out quickly that will indicate why equipment is not working properly. In this example, the technician is inspecting a screen on an excavator's oil cooling system. Overheating can be an acute problem for any hydraulic equipment operating during most parts of the year. During the inspection, the technician finds a cooling system hose caked with grime and dirt. When cleaned, it shows signs of cracking and needs to be replaced before it fails. Whenever you are visually diagnosing hydraulic system faults, it is also important to test actuators. This is particularly true of key components like hydraulic rams and cylinders. This will mean getting into the control cab, testing the controls, and putting the machine through its paces. In excavators, for example, you also want to look for signs of leaks in the motor that rotates or slews the upper structure. For a more detailed checklist of common hydraulic system problems, please consult the following checklist.